What is up, guys? Welcome back to Picking a Fight. I'm Lach.
I'm Jeff.
And today we're going to be looking at the co-main event of UFC 267. We got Petr Yan versus Cory Sandhagen. So Petr Yan, of course, he lost his belt to Aljamain Sterling. He threw an illegal knee. He got DQ'd and he lost his belt. And this was supposed to be the rematch, but Sterling was not cleared by, I think, like the medical. His medical didn't clear or something. So Cory Sandhagen got put into the mix, and this is going to be for the interim bantamweight title. We got Petr Yan coming in as a mild favorite at minus 235. We got Cory Sandhagen at a plus 190. What you think, Jeff?
This one's going to be really close. I had trouble actually deciding who I want, not who I want, but who I think is going to win it. But yeah, these guys aren't that far in age. You know, there's that pretty big height difference, but the reach, you know, is not that much of a difference. So I think this one's gonna be a tough one because I think Cory Sandhagen, like, if he like improves his, I guess, like, decision making, like he'd be spamming like a bunch of stuff when he shouldn't have to, and then sometimes it puts him in bad positions. Like, it's happened multiple times. And I think that's the reason why he lost.
TJ?
Yeah. Just because he was just doing stuff he didn't have to. Like, he had an inverted triangle on him. I don't know if you remember, but he let it go to try to grab the leg, you know, to try to get leg submission. And I was like, that was dumb.
Yeah, he stayed there too long too.
Yeah. And he ended up staying on the bottom and stuff. So just stuff like that. I think if Cory, you know, if his coaches told him, you know, stop being like not stop being creative, but, you know, just be a little more precise with your decision making, I think he has like all the chance in the world to win this. For Petr Yan, I think his is like pretty straightforward. I mean, the only thing I see with his game that's lacking is that when that pressure comes, like, he just like guards up,
shells up.
Like, he doesn't throw counters or anything. So I think he has, if he throws some decent counters, I think he can win this fight. I think he has to keep his, you know, I forgot what I meant about but what the freak did I say,
bro? How you forget your own point?
I mean, obviously, you know, no cheating, right? You know, yeah, man. Obviously, if he does something dumb again, I think he gets suspended. You know what I mean? So
I don't know if he gets suspended, but I don't know. I feel like it makes it his last penalty less excusable, less excusable. Is that the right? Whatever.
Yeah.
But
I mean that was pretty bad though. So I would see like, oh, okay, he's obviously doing this on purpose.
Yeah, but I don't think it was malicious. You know, like I think he just made like a big mistake kind of thing.
Like, yeah,
you know. And if he makes another one, I think it's just like something's not there mentally, or he's training something that's not good, because that'd be too much. But I don't think that's gonna happen. I don't think he's gonna throw another legal knee, because, like it or not, he threw that illegal shot. That's his fault. You know, you have to be aware at all times, and he threw that, and that's why he's not the champion, regardless of what, you know, people are saying. But I like this matchup a lot, man. It's two of the toughest guys in this division, I think. I did think Cory won that fight against TJ. It was very close though, so it could have gone either way. But I had Cory up, and I'm kind of glad he got this. But to be honest, this is probably his best shot at the title, because, I mean, he lost to Sterling already. Sterling's the current champ, but I don't know. He has to be Yan, because I think regardless if Yan would have got the belt back, or, I mean, if he would have retained, I think the belt, like the path to the belt, still runs through Petr Yan. I think he's going to remain like a top 5, at least bantamweight, no matter even if he doesn't have the title. So I think this kind of runs through him. And I think he needs to beat him here to kind of prove that, you know, he's up there, you know, because he had that Cory Sandhagen had a pretty bad loss to Aljamain Sterling. He got submitted very, very fast, you know. Yeah. Obviously, that was a bad matchup, because Cory's wrestling and his grappling are far behind his striking. He's only like a brown belt, and, you know, obviously Sterling, that's his bread and butter, the wrestling. But I think for Cory to win, he has to obviously keep his range. That's just how he fights. You know, he's a rangy fighter. He's gonna use his height, his reach, his jabs, you know, his straight punches to maintain distance. His footwork because he likes to move, and when he strikes, and he has to keep moving. You know, no matter if Yan is the one pressing him forward, he has to touch, move, touch, move, and all that. Right? Floor is lava. He has to get up. He cannot go to the ground, bruh. He cannot like. I don't care if Yan is not as good as Sterling. If he has no submission game, he cannot stay on the ground. I don't care if the submission's there. Like you said in the TJ fight, he went for submission that he probably shouldn't have. And his only way to win this fight, I think, is on the feet. Like, I think Yan will, if they decide to clinch up and grapple, I think Yan is going to be way too strong for him. You know, he basically was tossing Sterling around in their fight. So I don't think, I really don't. He has to avoid that, I think, for sure. I think he needs to keep his range, keep his footwork, you know, touch him up. And I think Yan, one thing about him is he's too patient. You know, we saw it in the Aldo fight. We saw it in the Sterling fight. He literally gives like the first two rounds away. And I think Cory should be able to take those 2 rounds pretty easily. And then all he needs is one more round, you know. And I think he can do that with his style. I think it's a pretty bad stylistic matchup for Yan. I think the movement, you know, Yan is a more kind of like flat-footed fighter while Cory's more movement-based. So I think he has to do that. I think he's going to win the first 2 rounds pretty easily, barring any like knockout or anything like that. And I think he will be able to get that third round, possibly a fourth. And I actually think Cory Sandhagen is going to win by decision. I think he's going to do enough to edge a decision if he follows his game plan. I mean, I think you said something pretty interesting when you were talking about his decision making. And I'm actually glad to know that he actually, I think it was in the embedded, he actually talked about that, how he made a mistake, how, you know, that led to his loss. That was his fault. So at least I feel like he kind of knows, like, you know, he self-evaluates and he knows what to change. Even after the Sterling fight, he did the same thing, right? And then he came out, he got 2 great wins, you know, over Moraes, over Edgar. So I think he will improve. Obviously, he's still super young. So is Yan. But I think Sandhagen's style is going to win him this fight. And I think he's going to edge out a decision. What you think, man?
Yeah, dang, man. I'm still torn about it, but
it's close, man. I don't blame you.
Yeah, like my heart's saying Sandhagen, my brain's saying Petr Yan, you know. But like, I mean, yeah, I don't know. Like, I think the fact that you just mentioned that, you know, that he recognizes, you know, his mistakes, I think that makes me lean a little closer towards Cory Sandhagen.
Yeah, but to be fair, you also gotta, I mean, recognizing it and actually doing something about it are 2 different things. So
yeah,
I mean, he might go ahead and make the same mistakes too. But
yeah, definitely. I think the reason why Petr Yan, his biggest flaw is obviously what I mentioned is the counter. You know, he just like shells up, and that's bad for, you know, if they go to decision, that's bad for points, obviously, right? And I think Cory Sandhagen, if he keeps that pressure up for 3 rounds, I agree with you that he takes the fight in 3 rounds. But both fighters never been finished before. I think Petr Yan, what do you think about his power? Do you think that's like...
yeah, I think he has power.
Yeah, right.
I don't think it's like crazy. Like, I don't think he has like that touch or that one knockout power, but I think he can throw pretty hard. I think he does throw. His hardest shot is harder than Cory Sandhagen's best shot. So...
yeah.
But the thing is, I mean that makes sense because, I mean, he plans heavy when he throws, you know, unlike Sandhagen, who he usually doesn't unless he's throwing his 2. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. I was like...
finally understand.
As I read my notes, yeah, I was
this,
like...
man.
I was like, yeah, that's... like you said, like he loads up on his front, like, you know, when he throws punches, you know. So I think not necessarily, like, you know, hold back his punches, but be a little more balanced when you're throwing punches because, you know, he tends to overthrow, you know, and then that causes him to be open to like counters and everything. So I think that's what Cory Sandhagen could take advantage of. And I'm not sure. I mean, I think he got phased by Cory Sandhagen in the face-off.
Oh, well, yeah. If you didn't watch the press conference, they faced off, and Petr Yan tried to bucket him, and Cory didn't even flinch. Only Dana White flinched, and it was kind of awkward, to be honest. But yeah, man, he didn't shake him. But I don't know. It's a really close one. It's gonna be a really good matchup. One thing I do want to say is that you know, I don't know if you remember how Sterling fought Yan, but I feel like, you know, Sterling is obviously not the greatest striker, and I mean, he almost fought with Cory Sandhagen's style in that fight, in my opinion, especially those first few rounds. And then obviously, in my opinion, he got tired. and then he started losing the exchanges, and then he started getting hurt, and then and then it went all downhill for him. But I think Sandhagen obviously does that style better. He's a better striker. His kicking game's a little more unique. Obviously, he got that crazy finish over Moraes with I think it was a wheel kick. So I just think if he can maintain that, I mean, Sterling had success, right? And Sterling, in my opinion, when he strikes, he has less power than Sandhagen, right? So I think I can see Cory taking this, edging it out. Yeah. Obviously, it's still a really close one, but I like the overall the stylistic matchup for Cory Sandhagen. I think he's going to win this by decision and become the interim bantamweight champion.
Yeah, I have to agree with you.
Also, I convinced you.
I was somewhere in the middle already, but yeah, like some stuff. I kind of ended up convincing myself too.
Yeah, okay. Give yourself all the credit.
But I was like, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think he's gonna edge it out too. I actually think like a wild thing is he's gonna finish it. I think he's gonna finish it in the fourth, bro. I called it right now.
I don't know. For real, I don't remember seeing Petr Yan tired ever. I don't.
He got stunned though.
Against who?
Jimmy Rivera.
Yes, okay. But Jimmy Rivera is like also like a plant type of guy where he plants on every shot.
That's true.
And that power is not going to be coming from Sandhagen.
From his knee though.
That's true. A kick could end this, bro. Especially such a stagnant target.
Yeah.
The body might be open too, but I don't know. I think as soon as Yan gets touched in the body, if it's by a kick, he's gonna grab the leg and he's gonna take Sandhagen down. And that obviously is not in the game plan for Cory Sandhagen if he wants the victory. So yeah, man. I mean, it's gonna be a good one. Those are our thoughts. That's how we think each fighter needs to do in order to get that victory and become the interim title holder. We both think Cory Sandhagen is gonna get this done. Did you say he was gonna get a finish?
Yeah, I think we're in the fourth round. Okay,
he thinks Cory Sandhagen's gonna do enough to get a fourth round finish. I think he's gonna edge out a decision. I just think stylistically it just works for him. But yeah, those are our thoughts. Those are our predictions for this fight for Petr Yan versus Cory Sandhagen. It's gonna be a good one. It's the Sandman's chance at redemption, and Yan's return back to the title. It's gonna be a good one. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below, letting us what you think is gonna happen. What you think about this new setup? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Let us know, I guess. But yeah, don't forget to tune in the fights. They're gonna be really, really good, man. We'll see you then.